culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome.
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
What up, man? It's Gas presents sports for the culture. Y'all know what time it is, man. You know what I mean? You know what we do. Best sports show on the planet, on the internet, and in real life. Let's go ahead and introduce the gang. Y'all know me. I'm Scruff. Scruff Skywalker on the socials. Let's go ahead and start introducing with the top right.
At Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer, a.k.a. my mama's favorite gas panelist, man. It's been a rough weekend for me from a sports perspective. All right. Great Thanksgiving, capped off by heartbreaking loss for my Commanders. We just can't get right this season. But it's time for me to put the Commanders in the rear view. I'll bring them back up when the draft come around. What he say? I'll be on the big boards by Thanksgiving. You was right, bro. It's big board season.
Oh man, that's funny, bro. The transition is crazy, bro.
It be like that, man. It be like that.
I mean, I respect that for that because it's not the delusional optimism. That's growth. Top left, introduce yourself.
T-Boogie, man. Hey, Gas Elite head coach. Wash your hands, wash your ass. I mean, what can I say, man? You know, the big board is what you have to be thankful for. You know what I'm saying? And that means a lot to you. And it means a lot to us at Gas and, you know what I'm saying, the Gasaholics. It means a lot. So the earlier, the better.
Bottom left.
I just want to say in the pick'ems, I'm only a game behind in points, and I'm gonna win it because that's about the only thing that I could do right is pick games in our pick'em leagues. Because in this chat, I was 2 for 2 last weekend when I said the Cowboys are gonna win and the Bears are gonna win, and then Lamar hurts me by giving me a shitty performance on Thanksgiving night.
Like your boy's jersey.
Because I gotta motivate him here.
Man, G, I don't even want to hear about your picks, bro. Because you already know you.
We're not gonna talk about Flowers, right?
You do a big pick for us, bro. I'm not gonna bring it up on this here show today. Let's just say you messed the bag up, my boy. All right, you messed the bag up big time.
Hey, Dad, you messed up my kid's Christmas.
Yo, really? You really ruined Christmas, bro. It's saved. We close. We messing with G out here, man. And it's
bro, I was 1 for 1. Who would have listen? All you had to do is give it to Justin Jefferson. He had one job.
Bro, that dude, we don't even know who that dude was, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not even going. Let's leave it alone, man.
We're gonna leave it there. If you know, you know. If you want more information, man, send us a DM and we'll explain it to you what's going on here. But just know that G fucked the bag up. All right,
straight like that. All right, let's get it going, man. Speaking of the bag, let's start it off with Lane Kiffin. You know what I'm saying? Lane Kiffin out here making moves. You know, apparently he moved, got the head coaching job with LSU, very prestigious university. You feel me? Great school. Hell of a football program. Lane Kiffin, you know, leaves Ole Miss. Apparently he leaves them kind of high and dry. Players saying that he lied about the former team and the farewell statement. And sound like he's taking the staff with him and he ruffling some feathers on the way out, man. What are y'all thoughts on Lane Kiffin? I mean, the whole thing, like him going to LSU, the way it's playing out. Like, what are y'all thoughts here? I feel like, I mean, I'll give my opinion a little later. Let's start with you on this one, Bryce.
One of the great people of the time. All right, one man by the name of Lil Wayne once said, "Talk shit like Lane Kiffin." This is back in 2009. Not a lot of people understood what Wayne was saying at the time, but now it just makes so much sense. Feels like everywhere Lane Kiffin goes, he talks shit and then rolls out, bro. This doesn't seem like anything different, bro. Lane Kiffin is a different animal, bro. I mean, leaving before the job is done is already kind of crazy work. Dropping that statement, I saw the statement that he put out, this quote unquote heartfelt statement that makes him just seem like the good guy. And now you've got players coming out on social media saying that's not what he told them directly. Apparently, it was more of a situation where it was like you either with me or against me type of thing on his way out. And now, going to leaving one Power 5 powerhouse for another, while the Power 5 powerhouse you leaving has a chance to win the college football playoff is crazy work. Like, imagine if an NFL coach did this, bro. Imagine if, right now, what's my man's name? Mike Vrabel was just like, you know what? I'm out of here, man. I'm going to the Raiders, and we making this thing work. Like, bro, nobody would stand for this, bro. And it's just a certain amount of professionalism, in my opinion, that's lacking from college head coaching, bro. And it's crazy work if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. There's a word, man. It's called decorum. You know what I'm saying? That is not it. Top left. T, what you think? What's your thoughts here?
Man, listen, man. The college is a business, and it's no friends in the business world, man. It's just relationships and deals, and clearly, the guys he had relationships with that he liked, he's bringing them with him for a better deal. It seems like a better deal for everybody except the students and the fans and maybe the alumni and some of the players that probably got recruited. But that's college now, man. When you put that much money into anything, this is to be expected. All right, this was in business they got hostile takeovers. This was a hostile exit. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. Do I have a problem with it morally? Yes, but there's a lot of issues in college sports. So I'm not about to blame one guy for not breaking the rule. Like, what rule did he break? He didn't break a rule. He's not a criminal. You know what I'm saying? He's just, for himself. He's a selfish guy. And if we had to criticize every selfish person in the world, it'd be a lot more finger pointing. So I'm not mad at Lane Kiffin, man. Go get your money, man. Now, if you're a student or not even a student, a player, and you plan on following him, then you know the bed you're getting in. So I think this makes it clear for everybody involved type of guy he is and the way he moves. So that's
bro. The book is out on Lane Kiffin. Let me pull up the resume here. The 2008 he left the Raiders. Al Davis said, "quote He conned me." 2009 he left. He went to Tennessee. He left them. And he told them, "I wouldn't leave right now." Oh, right. Then USC left them high and dry. Alabama left before the national title game. Man. But yeah.
He was the offensive coordinator for Bama.
Whatever, motherfucker.
Bro, like when players do this sometimes, right? Where they sit out the last couple games to start preparing for the draft. But they've got a legit reason. They could get injured and ruin the rest of their career, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, Lane Kiffin gets nothing from doing this, bro, except like looking like Lane Kiffin once again.
Man, the team was in playoff contention. Like, it's crazy as hell. You abandoning the team that you with, and you already, man, it's crazy. But I think T made a great point talking about the culture that is created right now in college. Especially with NIL. It's like, who got the biggest bag? Where's the loyalty? There's no loyalty to the program. People is jumping ship year by year. We got people that's 4 different schools in 4 years because they want to get a little extra bag, and coach is moving the same way. So it's very much a self-serving culture. Bottom left, man. Dimelo, what's your thoughts here?
My thing is, man, we forget he comes from the Nick Saban tree. Nick Saban did it to LSU and dipped to Miami, if I'm not mistaken. And then he went to Bama. So it's not like my man ain't learning from somebody. Get it while you can. And then again, this is Lane Kiffin. Like, this dude jumps around, man. He's just trying to go to the biggest school. I mean, the only school that he can't go to is Bama because he's just trying to get out of the shadow of Nick Saban. And I'm sure that now that he's in LSU, he's going to get better recruits. And this is off telling that how he feels about the playoff that these guys are gonna go into. Like, I don't think he thinks his roster could beat Ohio State. Ohio State right now is a juggernaut, whether it's defensively or offensively. My personal opinion, he just sees the writing on the wall. He's like, you know what, man, I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna tell out. And this is not like it's something new. How many coaches don't do this all the time? Some coaches wait until the end of the season, especially if they have a losing season or mid-season. This guy, what has been and how long since Ole Miss has a 10-team? It's been a minute. So in my personal opinion, Lane Kiffin is doing what he sees fit, especially now that you have all these kids are getting paid, and you see how they're talking about you always got to recruit. You always got to recruit. Compared to once you committed, you at least were guaranteed a year. Now you got kids commit for like 6 months, and then the next thing you know, a portal opens and they're fucking getting out of it. So now that's the name of the game. You gotta get to the hot program, and LSU is one of those programs that it comes with a name. At one point, LSU was known for what was it? Was it linebacker U? I know it was receiver U now, or something about their secondary, defensive secondary. You get what I mean? With the DBs, there you go. So like, it comes with a prestige name already. They have how many? They have Odell there, Joe Burrow, Chase. Like, they have a lineage of players that used to play there. So like, he knows where he's going. Compared to Ole Miss, who do you have?
Yeah, it's levels to the
Eli
shit.
Manning. I mean,
Yeah.
and Eli didn't win nothing. So you got to go to a program where you can get, it comes with something.
Yeah, there's levels to the game, man. Especially in the college game, man. Folks be trading up, man. We seen Coach Prime do it. You feel me? I mean, that was.
But they hated on Prime. He did it, all right.
Prime got
Prime
crazy.
was back in Colorado. They acted like he was Benedict Arnold. All right.
They did. But nah, G makes some good points there. Ohio State is operating at a juggernaut level, and infrastructure level. You know what I'm saying, is high. You feel me? Talent level, coaching, everything A+ over there. Ole Miss only got so much in terms of resources. You put Lane Kiffin at a LSU, recruiting wise, you got some tools, man. You're in a good position to really tool up and contest with Ohio State. So I see the vision long term. I just think that there's a certain way that you do things, and a certain way that you move things and you do business. And you keep doing business like that, people not gonna want to do business with you.
Well, he has been. They love doing business with Lane Kiffin.
And then, like, that's my biggest issue with the whole thing is just like, when you continue to hire people like this, you enable this sort of behavior, right? You basically validate it, and you let people walk away with no accountability.
That's a fact. And then LSU, bro, I mean, they got to be printing money, bro. Because think about it. Just a couple years back, they fired Ed Orgeron, right? I think they still paying him from that $17 million buyout. Just fired Kelly, $59 million buyout.
It's 59? I thought it was 52.
54, my bad, $54 million buyout. Now Lane Kiffin, 7 years, $91 million contract. I got to ask y'all, fellas, do y'all feel like what's the over-under on that 7 years, bro? I feel like there's no way Lane Kiffin lasts 7 years anywhere. But how many years do y'all give him? Like
3.5.
3.5?
That's probably the over-under. I would say 3.5.
I mean, the over-under might have to be set at 7. The contract's 7, so unless you get rid of them, they paying them.
Under for sure.
Under 7? What y'all think?
He gonna end up leaving for some other bullshit school. He gonna go back to Bama or something.
Yeah, I give him under 7 too.
I give him the over because Bama isn't Bama. Nick Saban's Bama. Texas is iffy here and there.
They're gonna say the prodigal son has come home.
You get what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. You got LSU there. I think he stays over 7.
We'll see, bro. I don't think there's a
He,
chance.
there's so many things. Like he could maybe the NFL start calling his name. You feel me?
But Nick, man, nobody's gonna want him, man.
The
The
bag,
NFL,
man. The bag talks. I mean, yeah, maybe not. Man, we got a lot of teams with incompetent coaches. Your team's one of them. So
yeah, and your team is another one, but you don't see me talking. Wait, I'm a Ravens fan. We don't have incompetent coaches. What are you talking about?
all right.
Crazy.
Let's keep it pushing on that one. I think we can transition since you talking about NFL. You wearing that Ravens jersey. Merry Christmas. It's like this, man. We don't talk about the NFL contenders and pretenders. You know, there's a lot like we saying, man. There's a lot of good teams out here, but you know, are they really real? Like honestly, if you look at the top of the standings, you know what I'm saying? There's some teams up there that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be up there. And you know, when you think about the traditional teams that we expected to be up there, they not really up there. So, you know, some very interesting things happening for real. But let's start with the contenders and pretenders. Since you wearing that jersey, man, first place currently in the AFC East, barely. 6-6, you know, fought their way back. But you know, I gotta call it like I see it, man. I'm always honest.
AFC
Lamar
North.
Jackson playing like shit, bro. Straight up, straight poo. We going on like to the point where people wondering like, hey, is he all right? He hurt? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm concerned about the way they play, about the way he's been playing. They've been winning games, but just barely, bro. They don't look good. Really, none of those teams in the division look that good. Honestly, anyone can win that division, it seems like. But anyway, I'm gonna ask y'all the contender or pretender, Baltimore Ravens. T, I'm gonna start with you.
Pretender, man. They're front runners. If they can get out and get ahead, or you know what I'm saying, keep the game close, you know, they'll make a game out of it. But they're a top 5 rushing offense and a bottom 5 passing offense. So they'll just let me know, like, they're not winning on, you know, they're not playing a style of football that's going to be effective down the stretch, because you might get behind. You might have to throw. What do you do on 3rd and 10? What do you do on 3rd and 8? If you can't hand the ball off. I mean, I'm still hand it off with that group, but you know, NFL coaches, they don't play no Madden. They don't know how to manage a game. But yeah, pretenders.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. Bryce?
Disagree. Contenders, bro. In fact, I think this is Lamar's best chance at a bowl yet. You look around at the NFL, specifically the AFC. If I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm like, all I gotta do is catch my stride, and I can whoop all these fools, man. The Chiefs looking the worst they ever have. The Bills, you talk about a team that, don't get me wrong, the Bills got still got a good record, but it ain't been great. It hasn't looked great to me. They're in a good position after being what were they, 2-4, 2-5, something like that. They're now in a great position to win their division. Man, I think this, as crazy as it sounds, I think this is Lamar's best chance at the bowl. And low key, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to put a little something on the Ravens to bring it on home, man. Because I can see them. First of all, I like probably how them odds are looking. I can see them making it happen, bro.
Yeah, okay. All right, I see it. They're not playing well, so nothing that they've done justifies what you said. But I see where you're coming from with that.
But you know, one thing about like NFL that I've learned over the last few years, man, it's about peaking at the right time, bro.
That's a fact.
Right? It's not about being great early in the season or the mid-season. It's about playing your best football right around those playoffs and right when those playoffs get started. And for them to be 6-6, and right now, and in my opinion, having their worst football behind them, I think there's a lot of room for ascension where some of these teams may have peaked too early. So if I'm the Ravens coaching staff, I really like my chances moving forward because they got this term in baseball that you trust the back of the baseball card for great players, right? Meaning you're not worrying about what they're doing right now. You look at the back of that baseball card that holds all the stats, and you expect them to regress to that mean or progress to that mean. And I believe that Lamar Jackson will do that to finish the season. He'll get back to being himself.
We shall see, man. Big game this weekend against the Steelers. I would categorize it as a must win. Gee,
Man, Lamar isn't losing his stride, man. He still passed for over 200 yards, man. He's not rushing how he used to be. He's not elusive how he used to be. I think we all said this on the last show. He's playing hurt. He's taking more sacks than he normally takes. So I'm not worrying about him. I'm not gonna be like, oh, they're pretenders. The Baltimore Ravens are getting it together. And plus, man, it was a divisional rivalry game. Eventually, you got to give one up to these guys. It's hard to sweep anyone in your own division. So, man,
Cuz was on a stretcher a few weeks ago, man, and he just came out there and played better than him. But you know what I'm saying? I hear where y'all coming from.
Yeah, when you're not playing, you're healthy when you get into the field. And you haven't been taking no hits.
All I know is, man, he ain't giving me no fantasy points, man, and it's the playoffs this week, bro. So he better get his shit together, bro. For real.
This early?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Playoffs is in 2 weeks from now.
Good luck week 17, bro, or 18 when you. But anyway, let's keep it pushing to the next team, man. Denver Broncos 10-2. You know, they beat a lot of teams. They look like shit to a couple games too. But I think they ended up winning some of those games too. So somehow they just get it done. Broncos, G.
They're on a 9-week winning streak. How they look like shit. Like this team are a real team. Their offense is not losing. Their defense is holding it together. And as long as the offense stays with a lead, these guys are winning games. Shit, sometimes they could come back and win a game.
They played a 7 game against the Raiders.
These guys are not pretenders. It's 9-win streak. So how are they bums?
Well, they played a 10-7 game against the Raiders, so that's enough for me to think that they're bums.
Fuck
that's
it.
More than enough.
They're bums.
If you're standing next to a bum-ass team,
10-2, you're a bum.
If I'm looking at two teams playing, and I know one's a bum-ass team, and the other one's supposed to be a good team, and they both look the same to me, it's a problem. All right? This is all I feel. That's how I feel about it. Bryce, Broncos.
I'm having trouble believing in the Broncos, right? And one of the main reasons is because they are now 6-0 while trailing in the fourth quarter of football games. That's a problem, if you ask me, because to me, I would point to a certain amount of luck being involved there. All right, streaks like that only last for so long. I feel like the Broncos' advantage right now is coaching. Right, I feel like they've got excellent offensive scheme, obviously with Sean Payton, and excellent defensive coaching with Vance Joseph. That defense be going crazy, bro. Best corner in the league, one of the best corners in the league, and Nick Benito has emerged as one of the best pass rushers. Jonathan Cooper on the other side been balling. I love the defense, and the offense seems to do just enough. But, like, who is that weapon on that offense that really scares you, bro? That really puts fear into opponents. I'm not sure they have that yet, and I'm not sure Bo Nix is that either. And for that alone, I think they are worse than that 10-2 record, if you ask me. I mean, you are what your record is, but like
you're speaking hypotheticals. That's what you're speaking at this point.
I'm just saying, bro. 10-2, they're 10-2 without any real dominance, bro.
But you're 10-2, so you're a bum. Or you're not a bum.
You're not a bum, but it wouldn't shock me if they get their bubble bursted, man, by a team a lot worse, or a team a lot worse on paper as far as the record shows.
What comes up must come down. You keep winning those close games, man. Eventually, you know what I'm saying, the shit might go the other way. I agree. T, what's your thoughts?
I'm inclined to agree with Bryce. I don't think that team is what their record says, but they go in there, they win games, they play tough. I'm not a Sean Payton guy, but they appear to be well coached. So I can't take nothing away from them, but that Bryce made the best point, man. Who's going to give you that playoff moment? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to make that big play? Who's going to maybe it comes from the defensive side. Maybe it's a special teams touchdown. I don't know. But one thing I do recognize, though, is Bo Nix. It's anybody's year. He's just as close to that championship as Lamar Jackson. So if it's anybody's year for Lamar, if it's the best chance, it's Bo Nix's best chance. So I'm not going to count them out, but I do think they're pretenders.
Man, I'll tell you what. So you bring it back to that last conversation we were talking about with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. If you ask me, you know, who I'd rather have in a playoff game, Lamar Jackson and Bo Nix. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you know what the answer is. Let's keep it on the other side, man. NFC.
So what's the answer? Because I don't know the answer.
Lamar Jackson, bro. Duh. Let's move to the other side, man. The Bears. G said they was gonna be trash. G said Caleb Williams was a bust, but you know, G also said that they was gonna beat the Eagles. So you know, so yeah, the Bears, man, 9-3, doing pretty well. You know, looking pretty good. What are y'all thoughts here about the Bears, man? I'm pretty sure everyone here in the beginning of the season, I don't got to run no tape. I think we all know. Everyone said this team was going to be the last place team. So they are not last place. They're in first place. 9-3. T.
The Bears are, to me, they're similar to the Broncos, but just slightly better. You know what I'm saying? They do have a few guys that I think can have playoff moments and make big plays. They're feisty, they're scrappy. They win games that people think they shouldn't. They beat, you know, I don't know, man. The Bears are tough to read. For as much as you want to count Caleb Williams out, they seem to get better every single week, man. Every single week. Knocking off Philly isn't something to sneeze at, you know what I'm saying? So I want to say the Bears are for real.
Bryce?
Yeah, another interesting case study, Chicago Bears, man. One thing I'll say about them is I like their brand of football. All right, you go into Lincoln Financial and you get 200-yard rushers at the running back position, both of them scoring tuds. That's impressive, bro. And that's one of the things I like about them. I feel like they've made some big investments on both the O-line and D-line, and it's paying off. We all know, man, football is built through the trenches. The Bears made those investments, and it looks like they're reaping the fruits of that labor. You combine that with a coach who I'm not a big fan of for personal reasons, but he's proven that he'll stick with that run. T said earlier, man, a lot of these coaches, you can tell they don't play Madden, right? Ben Johnson clearly played Madden. All right, and I can respect that about Ben Johnson, bro. Watching that game against the Eagles, I felt like about midway through the first half, kind of towards the end of the first half, they really got away from the run. And I'm like, bro, y'all about to blow this game. They went into halftime dominating the game, and it was only like, 10-3 or something like that, or 13, and the Bears had dominated the game. And I'm like, bro, you literally are missing your mark. You're killing them with the running game. Your running backs is averaging like 5 yards a carry, yet they only have 6-7 carries each. And what did Ben Johnson do in that second half, bro? Run after run after run. Like, it's like he realized what they couldn't stop and kept doing it. That's what good Madden players do. I got to respect that about Ben Johnson. And because of that, I'm going to say the Bears are a contender as it currently stands.
Yeah, man. Play calling was the difference of that game, man. Second half, I would call it masterclass level play calling because he just loved us to sleep with the run and then just bang, bang with two different running backs. And then they just, by the time they, brought them safeties in the box, they throwing easy touchdowns over the field, and we are pretty much done. G, what's your thoughts here?
I'll be a hypocrite to say if the Broncos are legit, and I call these guys legit, they both beat the Eagles. I mean, none of these guys have anybody in the These guys are similar teams. It's just the Broncos, in my personal opinion, have the better head coach. I'm gonna just say these guys they're for real. Because if you're 9-3, you're a for real team at this point.
Okay.
And the fact that you guys are gonna say Broncos aren't, it's crazy. But these guys are. It's nuts.
I might go. I might take some time to go run some tape actually, because one of the things I do remember is I was pretty high on Ben Johnson and the Bears, man. I was saying, I was a big fan of the coordinators. He got the offensive minds, man. You either got it or you don't, man. Play calling is a art, man. Everybody don't got the sauce, bro. All right, let's keep pushing. You said 9-3. Looking at this NFC West, it's going to be a 3-for-1 situation here. All right, NFC West, Rams 9-3, the Seahawks 9-3, and the 49ers, with the easiest schedule in the league, are 9-4. What are y'all thoughts, man? Out of this bunch, who is the contenders of the bunch? And then by default, I guess the rest would be pretenders. T, I'm gonna start with you cautiously.
I don't know, man. I flop between the Rams and the Seahawks. Honestly, they're both playing some good football. They're both playing complimentary football. They're both playing good football on both sides of the ball, man. Both of those teams are contenders. The 49ers are probably the team that is the worst out of that group. But if I had to give one team the edge, I really want to go Seahawks, but everything in me tells me lean towards the better quarterback if push comes to shove. So I'll go Rams.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty sound assessment. Bryce?
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, JSN is having an unreal season, bro. He's a game breaker in every sense of the term. But the Rams, I just don't trust Darnold down the stretch, bro. I feel like I've seen shades of that Darnold who's ready to throw the season away already. And I don't think Matt Stafford would ever throw the season away on his right arm. I just don't trust Sam Darnold for that alone. I'm rolling with the Rams.
G.
Mute. You on mute, my guy.
I was going to let him keep rocking.
Hey, appreciate the T. But like I said, like I was stating earlier, Sam Darnold, once you're a Jets, you're always a Jets. I'm never going to believe in no former Jets player to win any kind of playoff hopes. And then give me the Rams just because they're the healthier team out of them versus the 49ers. And the 49ers, they're missing that key receiver. They're missing a receiver to get them over the top. I mean, you got McCaffrey, but what happens when you stop McCaffrey?
Kittle.
I think you're mute. What?
Oh, I just said Kittle.
I know. I'm still not scared of Kittle. Compare that to Puka Nacua. Like, who you scared of?
That Rams offense going crazy. Devontae Adams in the red zone is just unstoppable. That would have been a great. Never mind. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. Let's swing over to the NFC East, man. The favorite team that everybody loved to hate, the Philadelphia Eagles, coming fresh off of L with the Chicago Bears. AJ Brown got his targets though, so everybody, we ain't hearing no fuss in the media this week. I really hate that, man. Let's talk about the Eagles, man. Contender or pretender, man. Bryce.
You hear that?
They're a pretender, bro. And I think they've got this. They're different to me than the Broncos, or a couple of these other teams we've spoken about, like where it seems like they're not a contender because they're lacking pieces, right? To me, the Eagles have every piece to be a contender, but they're a pretender because I can give you every single ingredient, but if you're not the right chef, you're not going to make me a 5-star meal, all right? And something is off with the chef right now. And I don't know if I want to call the chef Jalen Hurts or call the chef Nick Sirianni. But it's something up with the chef, bro. And they're not mixing the ingredients right. Because of that, they're a pretender, man. It's every week is some sort of controversy. Every week something just seems a little off. You got people blaming the offensive coordinator, people blaming Jalen Hurts, people blaming A.J. Brown, people blaming the defense. For the first time, the defense has shown real cracks, in my opinion. That was always, to me, one thing you could like rely on from the Eagles was that defense these last couple seasons. But, man, that performance by Chicago, just running up the gut like that time and time again, I now have no faith in the Eagles defense, who was once the one thing you could believe in with them, no matter what. So I'm going pretender. We'll see how it ends up, though. I still think they win the division, but I don't think they've got a shot to make a deep run in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, man. Chef Kevin Patullo, but also you got to talk about the whole team, man, because like Eagles have shown, Zach Bond particularly has shown the inability to play against these running backs that have been physical. And Jahad Campbell got 0 snaps last week, and I know who could have been physical in that game. But you know,
Eagles. They look bad the last 2 weeks, man. I thought they sucked against the pass, and they came back and sucked against the run. Definitely some coaching issues there because, like you said, they got all the pieces, man. I can't put all of that on Hurts. I've seen Hurts perform well with better coordinators. I've seen it, so I know it's there. But I want to surprise you. Eagles are contenders. They're going to run off the next 5 straight. Next 5 straight. You know.
Okay,
you know,
actually, that's pretty reasonable. I can see that. I mean, 2 of those games against the Commanders, one's against the Raiders. You got the Chargers and the Bills. I mean, those are winnable games. Go either way, I guess. But yeah, that's not far fetched. T has said things like this before and been right. Okay. G.
Fucking pretenders, man. They're not gonna win a division. This division hasn't repeated, man. Give me Dallas. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of this. Eagles ain't gonna do shit, man. They're gonna stink up the joint. This is the Eagles team that we saw the season before they won the Super Bowl. It feels a resemblance to that same team. Offensively, they hate each other. Defense is playing lackluster. If you look at that same team, it's literally the same team we're watching this year now. And if I'm not mistaken, man, they're going to lose, man. These teams is going to lose. They're going to lose one of those games to the Commanders. Best believe that. The way the Commanders played tough against the Broncos, even they knew they had no chances hell to win that game, they still stuck it out there for their head coach. I don't think the Commanders are going to give 2 of those games, especially like 2 weeks apart from each other. One in the 20th of December, and then January 4th. The Commanders ain't going to just give up both of those games. Fuck no. I don't believe in that shit, man. Give me the Cowgirls, man, winning this division.
You see, that was like extra. Nobody even asked for all that.
Someone's tired.
Nah, fucking around. Eagles gonna win the division easily. But are they contenders?
Yo, put a dope on that.
Right now, I would say they're pretenders. Right now, I agree with the assessment of the other 2 gentlemen here. Because really, what it came down to is, I agree. I feel like we got 5-star chefs out here cooking like they don't. I mean, no, my bad. We got good ingredients. We got all quality ingredients, but we got bums in the kitchen, man. You know what I'm saying? The shit ain't right. The pans ain't good or something. I don't know. Something ain't right, bro. The shit just not hitting, bro. You feel me? We don't got the right equipment. I don't know what the fuck going on, bro. We got some good quality ingredients though. So it is possible that can change. You know what I mean? And he says it's about getting it down the right time. Somehow the Ravens are just magically going to turn it around. But, you know, interesting how we could apply these applications to different things. One last one, man. Damn. I felt it's so hard. There's so like everybody is like kind of in this in-between stage. I gotta go. We could go with the Patriots on the last one, man. 11-2, best record in football, I think. Getting some familiar vibes over there, talking about the chefs, talk about the culture. Mike Vrabel, he's the anti-Lane Kiffin, honestly, if you ask me. And you got Josh McDaniels over there. That combination has done some things. Gee, man, what you thoughts about the Patriots, man? Some people was even talking about Drake May in the MVP conversation. What y'all thought about the Patriots, man? Contenders or pretenders?
Contenders, man. Vrabel is just coaching these boys up because, if not mistaken, this is literally the same roster from last year, and they have a good offensive coordinator. Like Josh McDaniels is legit the quarterback whisperer. Don't let him be no head coach. Keep him as an offensive coordinator. Give him some literally mid-decent weapons in the offense. He has his old offense looking like a started cast. Like the resurgence of Stephon Diggs' career as a receiver is looking crazy to me right now. I mean, I didn't think Stephon Diggs was going to be this good this year. Proving me wrong, clearly. I think these guys are a legit team. Let's see if they could close out the season beating Miami, because if I know anything, and history has shown this to be true, Miami always steals one against the Patriots. No matter how bad Miami is, they always still won from the Patriots.
That's a good point.
Interesting. Resurgence implies that he fell off, but
He did. You act like he was somebody in Tennessee with Texas.
Right, he always been Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs was last year. He was a bum when he was with the Texans.
No, he's not. Was not a bum, bro.
All right.
Never played football and was with bum. What are you talking about? T.
Pretenders. For as much flack as my 49ers get about not playing a tough schedule, these guys, they've beat the Bills, you know what I'm saying, in a close game, beat them by 3. They haven't beat anybody other than that. Like they're winning the games they should win, and that means and they're building a culture. They have a young team, but this is not Tom Brady's Patriots, not at all. Drake May does look like an MVP, but no. This is a team that is a first round exit in the playoffs.
Ooh.
And everybody is going to call
probably a bye though, so they'll be in the second round automatically. So
I don't care. All right, second round. They're not going to win a playoff game. How about that? Not going to win.
I feel you. I agree with you, T, wholeheartedly. The schedule is easy as hell. Might be even easier than y'all schedule.
But how's it? I don't say the 49ers schedule is easy because their division is tough.
I don't either.
How do you get the easy schedule?
I don't know. They put a ranking out in the beginning of the season and they said that they had the easiest schedule. Don't ask me, bro. Ask the experts. All right. Top right.
Man, this is another one of those things I'm on the fence about, bro. And a lot of things are pointing, like, to me agreeing with T here. But, the Patriots made big-time investments this offseason, bro. While a lot of teams that were supposed to be good this year sat back and tried to just rely on what they already had, the Patriots put their money where it was, man. And they went and got big-time D linemen, stole Milton Williams from the Eagles, right? That could be a part of the reason why the Eagles' defensive line not humming like it once was. They needed an offensive weapon, spent the money on Stephon Diggs, right? Went and drafted Travion Henderson, right? They made smart investments to support their young quarterback. Brought in a coach who, in my opinion, is more of a rah-rah guy than he is a scheme guy. But that rah-rah shit works, especially early in your coaching tenure. For those reasons, I'm going to go with a contender, man. I can't call them a pretender right now. And you know what? When I go to do my pick 'em, I've picked against them the last few weeks thinking that they were a pretender. It's come back to bite me each time. So at some point, a man's got to learn his lesson. I'm going contender for the Patriots.
All right. Good with that. Excuse me. Let's keep it pushing. Possibly the final topic. Let's move over to the college ranks. We talked a little about Lane Kiffin. We talked a little about the football. We're going to talk a little bit about college basketball, man. College basketball is back. You know, we've seen some things. You know, people been playing for like about a month or now. Got some really good players coming out in this year's draft. Um, Starting with AJ DeBonta was like #1 player. He's over there out in Utah, BYU, something like that. Got a couple good players here. Pretty good loaded draft class if you're looking at it. They got Darren Peterson, Mikael Brown, Caleb Wilson, Cam Boozer. Some really good players. What are y'all thoughts there, man? I mean, I know everybody really got different feelings about who they feel like is the best out of this class. One thing we can all agree on is that it's a very talented draft class. But where's the power rankings there amongst these guys? Bryce, I'm gonna start with you on this one. You've been definitely scouting, it seems like.
Man, I got Cameron Boozer #1, bro. All right. Originally, I had Darren Peterson #1 for the weeks leading up till today. But I just can't put you at #1 when I haven't seen enough from you. And I think he's got the potential to be the #1 on my prospect ladder right now. But I got to go Cam Boozer, bro. Cam Boozer seems meant for the current NBA, bro. 6'10", can handle the ball, can bring the ball up the court, strong as an ox, got a developed three-point jumper already, inside game, mid-range game, minutes on defense, can guard, I would say, maybe not 1 through 5, but 2 through 5. Don't see any holes in the game, bro. I don't see any holes in Cam Boozer's game. For that, he's my #1. #2, I'll go back to my guy Darren Peterson. I feel like Darren Peterson's ceiling is probably the highest out of this draft class. But, you know, got to show me a floor too, to be my #1. #3, I got Caleb Wilson, bro. Caleb Wilson to me is either KG or Anthony Randolph. And I'm willing to roll the dice on that. I'm willing to roll the dice that I get KG. 4, I'll go AJ Diabasa based off ceiling alone, but Diabasa is the one I've soured the most on since the season started. I feel like he does have what we like to refer to as that dog in him, right? But I haven't seen it consistently enough, bro. I need to see it more consistent. I need to see that want to out of him from the time the ball is tipped to the end of the game. And then #5, if you get this guy #5, hell of a consolation. But Mikael Brown is going to be a very good starting point guard in the NBA. So he's my #5 right now.
Okay, I like the list. DeBonta down there, a lot of people got him consensus #1, so it's interesting you got him where you got him. Boozer, interesting one. I will say, high ceiling. I think he's got a high ceiling. I think he got one of the high ceiling of the bunch. T, man, you've had different opinions about Boozer and a couple of other guys, so I'd like to hear your opinion here.
Yeah, I think. Oh, and Bryce pointed this out in the group chat. You need guard play in this league, man. You need guard play. So I think that puts Peterson above those other guys in general. You can build your team around a dynamic guard. And judging by what I'm seeing in the NBA now, your dynamic guard don't even got to be like super crazy. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to win games. LaMelo, Ja, I'm looking at you. You just got to be exciting and score some points. So I think fans will come watch him play. So that's probably my #1 guy. #2 guy, I'm gonna still go AJ. And I know opinions have soured on him, but just 6'9", man, young guy, can play on the wing, can get to the paint, 3-level score. You need that in this league. So I'll go 2, AJ. Boozer gotta go 3. He's got to go 3 because he's having the greatest freshman season of all time so far. He's got to go 3 tonight. Watch him tonight. Some ups and some downs. He missed some shots. I'm not sold on that jumper, but it's better than probably advertised. So I'm gonna go Boozer 3. I'm gonna tell you my fear with Boozer. Right, I grew up watching Duke, and I've seen a lot of great Duke players not pan out, from Christian Laettner to Corey Maggette. I mean, there's a bunch of guys, man, at Duke's, Shane Battier's, a bunch of guys that were amazing college guys.
Yeah, all those people were good in the league.
They weren't.
Shane Battier had a hell of a career, man. Let's put some respect on Shane Battier, bro.
Would you draft Shane Battier as a top 2 or 3 pick?
Hey, he one of the few people that guard Kobe, with all due respect. But,
All right.
Oh man, that's a tricky conversation.
That's crazy.
The answer, no, because all those guys I named, right, you would still take somebody like Antoine Jameson over them. You
Hey,
know?
but T, you living in the past though, because like
No, I was gonna get to that. The newer guys, Kyrie, Paolo, Tatum, Dang, you know,
put my man in there.
Who?
My man, Big Nip. Put Big Nip in there, bro. Stop playing with him, bro. Stop playing with him.
So he has more recent history on his side, right? Because I'm talking about Coach K guys, and you know, saying now we got John Shire guys. So he might can do it. I just don't know what he is at the next level. It's just hard for me to see. He's overpowering guys. He's not going to overpower guys at the next level. Like I said, if his jump shot improves,
Is Zion overpower guys at the next level?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you another issue that separates him from Zion. Bro, Boozer don't protect the rim. He don't block no shots. Like, you can get to the basket on Duke. To me, at 6'9", if I'm playing you on bigs and I need you to kind of help rim protect, I need you to be more of a defensive stalwart. Be strong in there. And he just doesn't affect shots. He just doesn't. So he's 3. 4.
How many blocks is he averaging right now?
2.
Man, averaging 2 blocks a game.
Well, he playing against smaller guys though, but yeah.
College, man.
He's saying he has no rim protection and 2 blocks a game is insane.
He's not averaging.
No. He's averaging 1.1 blocks a game, but 1.8 steals. So when they talk about that stocks stat now, right? So 3 stocks a game.
That's cool, mate.
That's cool. But at 5, not at 5. At 4, I like Native Mint. And I got Caleb as 5, and I got Caleb as 5 because if I'm gonna penalize, and I really love Caleb, I'm a UNC guy, so I could be biased, but he competes. A guy that competes can play anywhere on any team in any system. But my issue with Caleb is, in today's basketball, you got to be able to shoot the ball, and I just haven't seen enough from him from the perimeter. You know what I'm saying? So he's another guy that I think his ceiling is going to depend on how much he can stretch the floor. So
mid-range legit though.
His mid-range is legit. This is not a mid-range NBA, but basketball is cycles and circles, so we might get back to that.
All right. G, do you have any thoughts on this?
I got a question, right? I'm not a college fan. I'm all about the hype. I like the good rivalry hypes. Is UConn back? Is UConn gonna try to make a run for the March Madness? Like, is UConn comparable to those teams that won the March Madness tournament?
I would say no, but we'll see.
How about Tar Heels versus Duke? Are we gonna get those competitive games this year?
That's gonna be a hell of a game this year, bro.
Okay.
That's what I'm waiting on.
How about Michigan State? Is Michigan State finally back?
Yes.
Hey, bro, Michigan State got the best athlete in all of college basketball. That boy Carr, what's his first name? Cohen Carr? Bruh. Buddy is serious, dog. And I don't even know if his skills ever reach the athleticism, he could be a star.
I think they said he has a 47-inch vertical or something.
Bruh. Man, he might be, honestly, bro, I don't say this lightly, bro. He might go down as the best dunker in this generation, bro. Like straight up. Like he's one of the best dunkers I've ever seen, bro.
Bro, he got pogo sticks in his legs. Like, he just fly.
Ridiculous. And then they got this new stat on the NBA, on NBA.com where they rank dunks. Like, they have a whole metric system for ranking dunks. There's a whole bunch of different factors like defensive presence and, hops on the dunk and a whole bunch of different things. But one of the things is how, angrily you slam that jump. You feel me? Like, bro, when my man Cohen Carr dunks the basketball, bro, you know that sound when somebody really yams that jump?
Yeah.
It makes that sound every time, bro. Well, he a dog, man. He probably one of my favorite players to watch. I wonder if the skills will ever get to the level of the athlete, and if it does, it's gonna be a problem, bro.
And like I said, you guys know I'm talking about hype, right? How is LeBron James' kids looking in Arizona right now?
Come on, bro. Let's not talk
I
about
don't
it.
even know if he's getting burned right now.
He's not getting no burns.
No, that's not a serious topic.
Nah, I don't
What
think
you
he
mean?
is.
This is all about hype because, like I said, I'm your casual fan.
Yeah,
You're speaking to your casual fans. Can not everybody watches college basketball like some people do? That's why I'm naming these. Like, is Alabama still that good team from last year?
Look, the teams that stood out to me so far that I'm keeping an eye on for my bracket is Michigan, Michigan State, Houston, Duke. I'm keeping an eye on those on that group right there.
Houston, yo, Kelvin Sampson is getting elite prospects now. That's a problem, bro. You know, Houston, we used to them having 4 or 5 year players. Now they're getting top 5-star prospects coming in, mixing it with, you know, 3rd, 4th year players. Bruh, that boy with Chris Senack, he a problem, bruh. He a problem.
Houston, nice, bro, for sure.
How about Arkansas? Like Arkansas,
Problem.
are they gonna get their shit together finally?
They good team.
Okay. And is Kentucky making a wave again?
I haven't seen Kentucky much this year.
All right, I'm just asking.
They're always gonna be around though.
All right, how about Louisville? We ain't fucking with Louisville or what?
We ain't been fucking with Louisville for a long time.
That's true.
Because I'm seeing a lot of BYU too in the news. Like, are they that kind of squad?
The number one dude in the nation, the dude AJ DeBonta, he plays for BYU. Casual.
Okay.
That's my number one player, by the way, is AJ DeBonta. Yeah, because I believe in looking at players what they are coming out of high school, and I look at what they do in college. I take it with a grain of salt to some degree. I'll give you an example. Justin Edwards, just a small example. He's not a superstar or anything like that, but he was the number one player coming out of high school. He went undrafted. 1 year in Kentucky, didn't play well, didn't fit the system, whatever. Sixers got him undrafted. He's a fucking dog. But yeah, I like AJ DeBonta. I feel like he's just too talented, bro. Just like, and sometimes people go to these random schools like BYU and Gonzaga, and they just don't be doing shit, like, because just the way the schools be playing. BYU seemed like a school that would just make you play like that. You know what I mean? Like, just play within their little system. Boozer, man, I feel like he got, like I said, I think he got a high ceiling, man. I feel like he's going to have a pretty good NBA career and probably a good college career too, as long as he decides to stay. But he kind of, I could see him being like as successful as Al Horford. Like, I think there's no way he's not good in the NBA.
That's a good comp. Al Horford is a good comp.
All Dominicans by now are
terrible comp, bro.
Every
terrible
Dominican
comp,
in the
bro.
world right now is loving you for saying that.
Right, he's so much more skilled. Like, Al Horford was a great player in NBA. He has a great career, but so much more skilled than Al Horford, bro.
How about this generation's version of that? Because you got to be skilled in the you know what I mean, you can't honestly you can't move around like Al Horford in this day and age.
Bro, Boozer can take the ball coast to coast. All right, that's something that was never expected, or we never expected from Al Horford to get a rebound, dribble it up to the rack, penetrate, and get an assist. All right,
you think he's gonna do that in the NBA though?
I absolutely think he's gonna do that in the NBA. I absolutely think he's gonna be like Paolo Banchero mixed with Al Horford. All right, maybe if those two or some hybrid of those two, maybe he's not quite explosive of an athlete as some of these point forwards that we see, but he's got the skills to handle the ball in the open court. And I think that's what makes Boozer so unique, bro.
But that's my issue. I don't think he handles the ball or passes the ball no better than Cooper Flag. It's like
if you don't do it, if you do it at Cooper Flag's level, you're the number 1 overall pick. All right. So I mean,
Shit.
maybe not better, but if you can be just that, then he's damn near.
You know what's hilarious about that is they've actually, because they started Cooper Flag at point guard, so it's like it's pretty good.
Boozer be making them West Unseld Kevin Love full court passes, bro. Like it's nothing.
High basketball IQ.
It does have shades of Kevin Love. Now, if he's closer to Kevin Love, then, I mean, shoot, you're talking about 30 and 20. But if he's close to Al Horford, you're talking about 15 and 8.
You're talking about champion.
Shit.
Hey, buddy, let's put you thinking about Boston Al Horford. Like, come on, man. Put some respect on Al Horford, bro. When he was in Atlanta, he was a multi-time All-Star, bro.
Yeah, I watched him. 15, 16, 17, 8. Never averaged a double-double that I know of.
That's Boozer. I think that's Cam Boozer's floor, bro. Is that type of numbers. I think his ceiling is, 25, 26 point scorer in the league.
25. No NBA players letting Boozer get 25. The best case scenario is Boozer goes to a real coach that's going to have him running through the offense. But if he ends up on a team like the Wizards, he's not scoring 25.
Yo, that's just shot down.
Y'all told me Big Nip was Jason Capono, all right? So I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt.
He's gonna be about as good as maybe like a LaMarcus Aldridge, and that's pretty good.
Jason Capono might have been ahead of his time. Like, if you can shoot, this is
where we are.
Listen,
the guy that called him Pat Connaughton. This is where we are.
Listen, if you can shoot the ball, this is your era of basketball.
There's never been an era of basketball where it wasn't your era if you could shoot the ball. All right, let's stop with that. Let's stop with that, man. Shooting's always been a premium in the NBA. All right, man. I don't want to hear that. Bro. Con Nipple is a dog, and these Duke prospects that have come out these last few years have all been dogs. Cam Boozer is the next in line, bro. Just wait on it.
Yeah, Duke put.
Do you think he's gonna be better than his pops?
I think he's gonna be better than his pops.
I would say he's already better than his pops.
I'll say this. I think he's gonna be better than Paolo Banchero. Straight up.
Okay.
Banchero's more skilled.
No, he's not. He's just more athletic. He's not more skilled.
I think you got something to that, Bryce, because I've said, there's a lot of critiques from that Magic fan about Banchero. I don't know if he good, you know what I'm saying? But like sometimes he don't be playing like that smart. And I feel like Boozer what he lacks in slightly from athleticism that Paolo got, he makes up for and then some in the basketball IQ and just knowing how to play the game properly. Banchero be out there playing like sometimes like, I don't know, just he could be a little bit better.
I mean,
but the other thing too about Boozer, he's gonna be 19 in the league, right? 18 right now. You haven't peaked athletically at 18 years old. Bro. You really haven't. So we still don't know what kind of athlete that Boozer's gonna end up being. I would bank that he gets better athletically.
And fellas, before we leave, right?
No, he's done. He's not getting more athletic. You can hang that up.
You'd be a better athlete.
I got a question, fellas.
Well, bro, you don't peak as bro. Look at these players that come in the league at 18, 19 years old, bro. They don't peak athletically, bro. Like, I mean, Giannis is the most perfect example, bro. Like,
yeah.
And there's more, right? Like these players that you think they're one thing, 2 years later they're a whole nother animal, bro. Like, very possible. Dog.
Yeah,
especially for a big.
Giannis came into the league a scrawny immigrant. All right, this is different than having.
Jesus Christ!
What does that have to do with anything? They're the same age.
Yeah, but Boozer is coming into the league right with a lifetime of NBA level training, nutrition, and preparation. I honestly don't think his athletic ceiling is high. I think he can shoot the ball better, and he can maybe learn how to move a bit better because he looks a bit robotic out there. But I don't think that's a good comparison to compare him to Giannis. Giannis was truly a kid when he came into this league.
There's one comparison I'm just trying so hard not to make, bro. So I'm going to let the season go on before I start sounding crazy. But Every time I watch Boozer, it reminds me of another player that came out of the ACC that they used to call robotic. All right.
Cool. Our fans are too young for that.
Let's just say he ended up an all-time great, one of the best players we ever seen.
Tim Duncan.
Hey, I ain't want to say it, bro, but I'm telling you, I'm seeing some shit out of Boozer, bro.
He does got a lot of dunking in his game, though.
I'm seeing some shit out of Boozer, bro, that I feel like it doesn't matter how good you are, you're not gonna stop this, bro. Like, it doesn't matter how athletic you are, you're not gonna stop this, bro. Like, basketball is one of them things where if you master it to a certain level, it really doesn't matter how athletic you are. You can't stop me, bro. I'm just that nice. And when I watch Boozer, I'm like, hold up, dog. Are my eyes deceiving me? All right, but I'm gonna give it the rest of the season before I make that claim. But I'm seeing shades of Tim Duncan, bro. Wake Forest Tim Duncan, straight up.
All right. I just want to go back to the Jason Capono point that Jason Capono.
You should never go back to the Jason Capono.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you. He shot 43%. Nope. Yeah, 43% from three for his career. Hold on. He's never had a season. He's never had a season where he's averaged over 5 threes a game. Right now, Con is averaging 8 threes a game. So, like I said, you can't tell me that Con's a better shooter than Capono.
Because Capono wasn't getting that much playing time because he wasn't that good, bro. That's a big listen.
He couldn't do nothing else, bro. That's all he could do. Like, that's the thing. Is like that's all you can do. You're not gonna get a lot of playing time if you can't guard. You can't
shooters like 2K, bro. Like it's not like that, bro. In real life, bro. Like you got to be able to stay on the court, bro. That's a big thing. Is like if you're a shooter, but you're a liability on every other part of the game, you can't stay on the court. That's the difference between Con Knipple and Jason Capono is he can shoot, but he can also play the game across the board.
The difference is in 2008, there was no such thing as a 3-and-D. There was no such thing as a guy that just could run around, run off screens, and wait for guys to kick it out. Now, Con's doing more than that, but I just think certain guys would have fared better in this, you know what I'm saying, in the era of basketball. Period. And certain guys from this era would have fared better previously, like because now you got to shoot. Everybody's not a shooter, but
I'll tell you what, I'll throw one out there. You talking about this era shit. Monte Ellis might be the best player in the NBA in today's game, bro. For real. There's a couple other players I'm thinking the same thing.
Better than John Morant.
Yeah, he way better.
Way better. John Morant can't get in the court.
Man, let's put it like this, man. Con Knipple, bro. He the new Chris Mullin, bro.
Hey, bro. Honestly, bro,
he the new Chris Mullin, bro. And if you and Chris Mullin was a great player in that type of era you talk about.
Chris Mullin was an Olympian.
Dog, Hall of Famer.
Great player. I'll say this, man. You know, Con Knipple, man. He's the first of many Knipples on the way in. Going through the system. So and they're saying the streets are saying that he's the worst one out of all of them. So it's possible that the other Knipples is even better than Con. So if I'm Charlotte, I'm getting these bozos out of there, LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and I'm building around Con Knipple. Fuck you, mean.
Hey, y'all, this guy I love it, man. My man went from Con Knipple's a bust to now he's building around him, man. You love to see it.
Nah, but real talk, I play fantasy basketball, man. I got drafted Brandon Miller. This man is made of glass, and Con Knipple plays every single game, bro, and he getting buckets every single game, bro. And the consistency and availability, it means a lot, bro. This man is a model citizen in the NBA, bro. This is, you know what I mean? Like,
if you hang your hat on any of these type of lineages, the Berries, the Plumleys,
they are the next Berries for real. They are the new Berries, bro.
The Knipple, good luck. Best of luck.
They're the anti-ball. They're the anti-ball brothers, huh?
Yes.
All brothers, man.
Listen,
Fellas, I got a quick question right before we end the show, right? Golden State has only lost one game so far to the season. I mean, not Golden State, Oklahoma. Are they going to beat Golden State records that having the best record of all time?
Yeah.
They're right now. OKC is 20-1. I think that record was like what 73 and
I
7.
think they will. J-Dub's not even back yet, is he?
No, I don't think so.
No,
He's back now.
Yeah, he's
Got back. Okay, fine. Yeah. They going.
that
How many
Bulls
losses they have?
Huh?
is 20-1.
They're 20-1 right now.
I know that. What's the record? What's the
73-9.
Nah.
That's OKC's, right?
That's
No, that's Golden State.
they're on pace.
Yeah, they are. They're well on pace. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. They're gonna beat it.
I'm gonna go with a no, bro. I can't see that shit happening.
I'm gonna split the difference. I'm gonna take they'll tie it. It's a good story. I can see the script writers wanting you to tie Steph Curry and not break it.
Yeah, that's it.
I think they finished with maybe 5 losses.
5 losses makes them the greatest team that's ever touched a basketball.
I can't see 5. 5 losses would be insane, bro.
Right now, that's what they kind of on pace for.
5
losses.
Insane. That's like I don't think the Dream Team would have went.
Maybe 7. Let's go 7. 7.
It's still a lot. That says a lot. That means like what, a loss per month?
Bro, like I can't unsee I can't unsee them versus the Pacers and how like it took a Tyrese Halliburton injury for them to win an easy finals, bro. Like
Pacers is nice as hell, bro. I mean,
no, the Pacers lost one player and they're now terrible.
well, that's how good Tyrese Halliburton.
No, they lost 2.
They lost Miles Turner.
Yeah,
they lost Miles Turner as well.
That was a big.
That was a big loss, but OKC, bro, I still the sum of their parts is just great, man. But like kind of like how we was talking about those NFL teams earlier, bro. Like Shea scares me, but it's like I don't know, bro. I still don't know if they're. It's like the sum of their parts is just so great. Them together, it's like you know.
Yo, you know what, dog? If the Pacers got Boozer, that would be a really good fit.
Man, I need the Wizards to get Boozer. All right, stop playing with me,
bro. You need the Wizards to get Jesus Christ, bro. Chill out.
The Thunder have a very simple.
I'm gonna end up with DeBonsa.
Well, G, if I was anything like you, I would just throw on the Thunder jersey now and change my fandom. But I'm not.
Hey man, you live stress free, baby boy. Stress free, baby.
All right, man. Speaking of stress, it's past my bedtime. Let's go ahead and close it out, man. Y'all know how we end every